Ladies and gentlemen, please find your seats as we are going to be starting within the next 2 minutes. Thank you. Sound check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can find your seats. We are going to be getting started, excuse me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the 2017 FA Euro Viareggio Cup press briefing here at El Bacco in Little Neck. My name is Joey Jozinka, the General Manager and Director of PDL Operations for FA Euro. Folks watching at home on the I-95 Sports and Entertainment Network, thank you for tuning in to the official broadcast home of your FA Euro New York. Be sure to stay engaged with this event on all social media by using the hashtag #TheNextChapter. Before dinner tonight, we will be opening the floor to a special Q&A session to any of the staff along with myself. Before we get started this evening, I, along with Euro Football Association, would like to recognize our PDL players for their hard work throughout the last 3 months. The transition has begun. Let's give our PDL team a warm welcome to tonight's event and for a fun season. Thank you, guys. Euro is proud to announce an official partnership with the Italian-American Soccer League known as Lega Italia Americana Calcio, or abbreviated as LEAC. Founded in 1959 and is headquartered in Whitestone, Queens. The club is one of the oldest running youth soccer leagues in the United States. Our club would like to thank the president of LEAC, Joe Longo. Vice Presidents Franco Mangione and Romolo Gabrielli for organizing tonight's event. The main reason why we are all here this evening is to announce FA Euro's attendance in the prestigious Viareggio Cup tournament hosted in the Tuscany region of Italy. Viareggio Cup is one of the most elite international professional youth tournaments on the planet. The Viareggio Cup is the launching pad for the most promising talents in the world, responsible for putting these world-class players such as Pirlo, Maldini, Balotelli, and Schweinsteiger on the map. We will be representing all of New York, but also all of North America as our U19s participate with the hope of showcasing what American soccer can offer around the world. The tournament complements the very essence of what FA Euro has been and will continue to try and accomplish, to develop homegrown talent and give them the best opportunity academically and professionally. Now, I would like to introduce to all of you the FA Euro LIAC staff. President and CEO of FA Euro, Joe Balsamo. Vice President of the club, Marco Balsamo. President of the new FA Euro Academy in Sarasota, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, Fernando Di Mattis. President of LIAC, Joe Longo. Vice President of LIAC, Franco Mangione. And Romolo Gabrielli. Now, after repeating those names a couple of times, I'd like to formally introduce you to the microphone, the President of LIAC, Joe Longo.
When I accept this position, I didn't know I was supposed to be talking. But I guess it comes with it. Hello, guys. Thank you for coming. When Sal Rapaglia reached out to Joe Balsamo, myself, and Franco Mangione about 3 months ago about the merge of FA Euro and LIAC, both Joe, myself, and Franco Mangione thought it was a wonderful idea. It was a great idea. I met Joe about 10 years ago, and I thought he was a good man, he was a great coach, and we thought we could work together. And I hope this partnership is going to bring good kids, talent, kids to Italy and compete against the best players in the world. Guys, thank you. And I don't like to do speeches. I'm sweating right now. And we were supposed to do this before I start drinking. So they had told me, Joe, you're going to be talking before we're eating, before the bar is open. So I say, okay. But now I start drinking and eating, and but anyway, thank you very much. Thank you. And good luck, kids. Good luck.
Thank you.
Wait. I'm sorry, guys. I have the lawyer sitting next to me. So whatever happens, I have my lawyer next to me, okay?
Another round of applause for Joe, please. Thank you very much. That was good. Up next is one of the vice presidents of LIAC. Here he is, folks, Romolo Gabrielli.
Just like Joe, I don't really like to give speeches either, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to share with everyone just a little bit about my last 2 years' experience with Viareggio, and especially for the players. So there were 3 games that really stood out to me, and the first one was 2 years ago when LIAC played against Crotone. Okay, so it was our first game, and we were in the stadium, about 100 people, and the boys were really pumped up, and we had just gotten there, and we drew the game. Now that's like, everyone's like, all right, big deal. We drew the game 1-1. The next day, we were celebrities in town. All the papers were writing about us. Everyone was talking about how this team from New York came to Viareggio and drew Crotone, which was a Serie B team that was about to get promoted to Serie A. So then that night we were at an event with all the coaches from Milan, Inter, Juventus, and people were coming up to us talking about our team and how great we did. And so it was the highlight of the trip, because after that one game, it was all downhill. It was horrible. So come to the next year, I go back, and the next game that really stood out to us, to me, and to the players was our game against Spal. Okay, so we drive 3 hours to go to Ferrara from Viareggio. It's 3 hours. And we get to Spal, and it's a beautiful old stadium, and the kids are playing on grass, and they're warming up. And I'm like, oh, it'll be a typical thing. Maybe it'll be about 100 people show up to see the game. Before you know it, these kids start coming in, and it seemed like the entire Spal football club, all the fans came. There must have been easily, 3,000 people? 2,500? It was packed. And, in the first half of the game, we were doing well, and then they started scoring goal after goal after goal, and the whole time the boys are sitting there, and the whole crowd is screaming, Spal! Spal! And I just couldn't believe that our boys were out there playing with this type of pressure. But I gotta say, for most of them, that is the biggest crowd that they will ever play for. And it was really cool to watch them do that. So the last game, and this is the most important game that we went to go see, was in the Viareggio Stadium. And it was against AC Milan and a team from Argentina called Camioneros. And this team, there was about 300 people watching the game, and this team had 3 supporters in their kit on the side cheering on their team, and they beat AC Milan. Now here's a team from Argentina who came there with a small group of people, little entourage. They weren't AC Milan. They didn't have their own tour bus, and they beat them. And the boys they went nuts. You might as well thought they won the tournament. That's how great they were. And what I think is important about this year's Viareggio team is that we're going to bring the fact that we're bringing FA Euro with a team that has a foundation, with players that are familiar with each other. We can really compete, and that's what's going to be really special about this year. That's why I'm excited about it. I think that LIAC, its history, and Viareggio is an amazing tournament. Those of you that go are going to have an experience of a lifetime playing against the Primavera clubs of Europe. And so, as one of the sponsors, and I'd like to introduce Mario Mastronardi, he's another sponsor, and Michael Baron, plus FA Euro. This is going to be a very exciting year, so that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Up next is the man who gave me this opportunity to be standing up here tonight, and I cannot thank him enough for it all. Ladies and gentlemen, the President and CEO of FA Euro New York, Joe Balsamo, and the President of FA Euro Academy, Ferdinando Di Matteis.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say thank you with the staff of LIAC to give us the opportunity to be here tonight. I want to say thank you to my staff, coaching staff of FA Euro, the great job that we've been doing this year, and I know they will continue to do it. I want to say thank you to my PDL team. Like I said in the last game that we played, it was a beautiful season. I'm pretty sure it's going to be better and better in the next one that we will do it. And also I'd like to say thank you to R2000 because it's our future of our club. They're doing great season this year. They have a chance to be on playoff and going to Florida. I think we're missing 1 point, and we will have a game on Wednesday. And we wish all the best, you guys, because you deserve it. And I thank you also to Ben Marcoux, that is the coach of the team. So. I'd like to say a few words. I have somebody next to me that is not a friend, he's a brother. We came in this country in USA a long time ago with a dream, playing soccer, both of us. Ferdinand ended up going to Cosmos, playing with the biggest players in the world. I ended up going to San Diego in the same league, and after 6 months the league failed. So we ended up go back to New York and play for the Brooklyn Italians together. So it passed many years ago, and the good thing that we keep the relationship, and we grow up together, and we dig things, and we continue. Now we become partner. We open up a place in Florida, in Sarasota. It's a beautiful facility, and our idea is to making better and to find talent, and to, in the future, who knows? That's our goal, to put a player to the next level. So, saying this, I would like to, our idea, it was like a Joe Longo, the president, to say, it was about 6 years ago. They invited me to bring this team to Viareggio, so we took our FAero through, again, the state of New York, Sarapaya. He convinced me to coach in this team and go to Viareggio. I knew Viareggio from, my background. There's one of the best tournaments in the world. With the competition is very high. Over here in the state, we have college showcase. In Italy, this tournament is a professional showcase. So you see players that go 100 miles an hour. So it was really a risk, because we put our reputation, but I love the risk. I took it, and I think with bringing the best we can, I think we did a great job. That's when it became a great relationship with some of the staff of LIAC. We did it for 2 years, and then they decided to have somebody else. So now we're back on. We're part of this, and I think we in New York, in Florida, and all over the state, we have a talent. We got a lot of talent in this place, but our idea is to find it, to work harder, and to try to get there and compete to the best clubs in the world. That's our goal. So we need the support from every one of you. We need to trust on this program, on this project that we do. And what I can say to you guys is I can promise myself to give my best we can. We put all our foot to make better and better every year, and to bring this level up and go there and compete with everybody. So saying this, I would like to give the microphone to my partner, Ferdinand Matheis, and I want to wish everybody the best, and I would like to say to every one of you, thank you, and also thank you to our table of the state of New York, for that I know Sarapaya is my second father, that I really respect him, and I know he respects me too, and I can never say thank you to him what he did to me, and he'll continue to believe in what we've been doing. So thank you, every one of you guys.
Thank you, Joe. I guess I have to, it's my honor to be here. It's my honor to be part of this. I've known Joe. I think he said enough about the two of us. I really would like to recognize Sarapaglia and Gonzalo Turchi. I think these two people are a legend for U.S. soccer. I've been here 35 years, and I met them early in our early days, and I really would like to recognize them because I've seen the growth of this game throughout the years. I've been coaching and playing at every level, and I think they have a big they're a big part of the growth of U.S. soccer. So let's please give them a hand because they really deserve it. Talking about U.S. soccer, guys, because I think our reputation is getting higher and higher with MLS growing so much, and I think we have to keep up with the trend that it's been going on all over the world. And this is a great opportunity for the team who will represent Viareggio and obviously LIAC in Viareggio. I think we have to pick the best players. I think there is a lot of talent here. I invited some players that I coach myself. And I was pleased to see yesterday the boys that there were 2,000, correct? So I think there's a lot of talent, and I think we'll be representing New York or the state of New York in the most honorable way. I can promise you that. As far as us, we have a lot of goals with the Viareggio. We just opened up a new academy in Sarasota, Florida. I worked in that part of the world for 7 years, and now I live in Miami, but mostly like it. I'm gonna move back to Sarasota and run the Viareggio Academy. It's gonna be a residency program. This will give also the opportunity for this team, maybe in the winter months, to train, because I feel one of the handicap when we go to this tournament is the fact that the team is assembled the last minute. There's not enough time to train together. So one of the goals that we have is just trying to the process of recruiting this team to represent to Viareggio. It's going to be a little broad. It's going to be more selective, and it's going to be based on talent. And I know there's a lot of talent, so I can promise you that we'll do our best to represent Viareggio and LIAC in the best way possible. Thank you for inviting me to this. I will do, I'll put all my resources, I'll do all my expertise in order to have a successful tournament. Can we have please, Sarapaglia, can you please get up and come to the microphone, please? Now you're gonna have to come here. Yes. Yes. Vice President, you want to get up and say a few words? Sal, here. Let him talk. No, come here. We need your blessing for this. You know us. Please.
To the kids. I've gone to Italy. Years ago, we had not much of a talent. Today, we could compete with anybody in the world. So you gotta be convinced with that too. Don't go there. That you think about the people from India, the people from Milan, or they are not better than you. It's a high caliber soccer, but you could play. You could see today. Matthaus, years ago, from Germany, played over here, and he was the best center half in the world. He played here 2 years in the Major League Soccer, and he went back. And this is why he go back. He says, don't misunderstand the American soccer. I cannot play no more with them. I cannot run no more with them. They're too fast for me. And you can see today, Major League Soccer, if you compare with the fastness of the game, Major League Soccer is one of the first in the world, because you really got to be good and you gotta run. Physical conditions gotta be there for you to be there. I see you coaching. I see you play soccer at the Viareggio over there, because sometimes my friend over here, he cuts the grass. We have a 2 soccer field there. I guess you know that. And I used to cut the grass that way for free. But my friend, now I broke my elbow 2 years ago, so I really can. But anyway, I see you guys, and I said, gee, I come with these guys, they don't go. So I spoke to Charlie Candela. I said, Charlie, how come you don't get together with Joe Balsamo? He's got the talent. You have no talent. You just charge $2,000, whatever it is, these kids. But if you have no talent, unfortunately, you cannot play in that caliber. Somebody mentioned a lot of names from you. Believe me, the most 99% of the soccer players in Italy, probably the other nations of Europe, that has been played in this tournament. The Italian league started many years ago. I think it's Mario Cheyes, he was the first one to go there. And you play with the best. A lot of coaches go there, that they're making millions of dollars a year. So you play with the best. Good luck. Like I said, my estimate. By the way, I was his coach for about 10 years, and he was a pain in the ass, trust me. But anyway, he had the goods. One time my son says to my wife, may rest in peace, says to my wife, no, I think that is got a love child. So my wife says to him, my son is the same age like him, says, what are you talking about? Love child? Says, no, he says, I play soccer with Joe Balsamo. I was the coaching. He throws me out, so substitution. But he says, all one guy doesn't go out of the entire 18 players. And this is Joe Balsamo. So I said, well, listen, that's what happened anyway. By the way, he was the captain too. And my son wanted to be captain, but I said, let's keep cool. Anyway, good luck. Okay, good luck. You got all my support. I hope the other teams that go there, Charlie Candela Company, that they go there, I hope they're going to make but I have more faith in you, because like I say, I see you playing soccer over there at the Viareggio, that you should be good. And you should be proud of yourself, because you're going to play with players that with a little luck, and I guess I wish you all the luck in the world for you to make a lot of money in the future. But remember, you're going to play with the players that in 2, 3, 4 years, they're going to be on top of the world with some of them. So, good luck.
Vice Presidente.
Thanks. Just want to thank everyone for coming tonight and sharing with us the founding of this great reunion between FA Euro and LIAC. With their experience, the teams that they're going to put together should be able to compete and hopefully prosper when they go to Viareggio. I would just like to recognize some what I call VIPs who came in sharing this evening with us. Some of the individuals were already mentioned, but I just want to acknowledge their presence here. We have a former sponsor and always supporter of the Viareggio team, Sam Petroselli, who's back there somewhere. Also present is the officers from the Eastern New York State, who basically run the state of New York when it comes to soccer. You have, who you just met, Saurabalio, who's the president. You have Pia Pinori back there, Konsavo Turkey, and you have the head of the referees, who's here, Klaus Mueller, SRA of the state of New York, and also some past presidents of LIAC, who's here, Vincent Delibetti, and Mario Torella, also past president and the originator of the teams that go to Viareggio. He started this back about 20 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. He had the dream, he had the knowledge and the resources to push the players here in New York to go to Italy and basically put their stamp on acknowledging the competition with the other teams throughout the world, which is most of the Italian Primavera teams, plus a lot of English teams, Brazilian teams, basically teams from around the world. These individuals, with their prior ability to present and create this great organization that we have now today, hopefully we are able to prosper and be able to do good things when they go to Italy in March. Thank you.
So obviously we went off a little off script, but that is Rocco Avallone. As Joe Longo said, that is his lawyer. So let's go back on script here, and up next is FA Euro's Director of International Relations, who works alongside Marco Balsamo in the film industry and helps promote our brand globally. Please welcome Isa Zarawi.
Hi, good evening. I own a company called Mercury Films, and Marco is my partner in it. We make movies all over the world. And last year, this year, and next year, hopefully, we have about 16 movies we're doing. And that's where the idea came when we were in Indonesia. Why don't we start approaching each country we go to, find out who's interested in making an academy, and trying to introduce FA Know-How Academy to them, which so far we started launching this in January, and the plan is going to be complete hopefully in a year and a half. So far we have Kazakhstan, Albania, Bulgaria, Israel, Dubai. Did I leave somebody else? I said Indonesia. FAU, I love FAU. I'm from the guys who started with them from the beginning. You know, I'm a friend of the family, and through the years I saw how much and how big and how more professional they became. Okay, I'm one of the biggest supporters of BDL. I try not to come to the games because you all know what happened in the last game. That's why I try not to go there. I'm too emotional. I would like to say Marco made a laser eye. That's why he has the sunglasses on all the time. He's shy to say that, so I'm saying it. FA Euro is very well-built machine, thanks to the president, the directors, the management, especially the coaches that spend so much time with the kids and training them over and over and over and over. And I've seen in my eye, I mean, I'm not a soccer guy, I make movies. I've been doing it 19 years, but I love soccer. And I've seen it in my eyes, you know, I go when they're training. Last time I went when Ben was training the team, and it was very impressive, you know. I hope and I wish the next year will be #1 PDL, but I know at least now we are right there. We are competitors, and now people believe and are scared from us, so which is good. We intimidate, and I'm sure next year we're gonna be much better. If we don't, we're probably gonna win. But to make it short, in the next year and a half, we're going to build the academy. We're going to go international. We're doing the bases now, and we're going to make it global. My idea is to make FA Euro Academy global. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Liak, for having us, and hopefully we're going to have a big, huge partnership. Thank you.
And once again, we're going to go off script one more time, and Franco Mangione is going to step up here, and he's going to introduce two others that have stepped in. Franco?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. Joe, I was one of the first guy with Mario Treglia to start this tournament in Viareggio. And Mario knows. I'm still here after 20 years, another 20 years. To do this, you gotta sacrifice. Find kids, look for kids, leave my wife for 24 hours a day. Come back home, oh, where'd you go? I was on the soccer field. But now, I think we're on the right track with Euro, and I wish we, the best on every us. I want to say thank you to the sponsor, Mr. Gabriele, Armando, Romolo, and World Class Demolition, my son. Thank you, Marine Ice Cream, Mike, and Mario Mastronardi, and Uras. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. I wish you the best of the kids. Play every day, all right? Run every day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Franco. So now, ladies and gentlemen, in attendance, I leave the floor to you now. Let's begin the Q&A session for the staff along with myself. I-95 and other media outlets are granted at this time to conduct interviews with the PDL players of 2000s or anybody here. Anybody has questions or want to ask? Feel free.
I have a question. My wife has a question.
The lawyer has a question. Hold on.
Is it legal?
My question is to the director of team, Joe Bassimo. Joe, if you can explain how you are going to choose the individuals who are going to Viareggio, what you're looking for in a player that you think can compete.
Well, our idea is to starting tomorrow. We're gonna have and think of my partner Ferdi to do tryout. We know what we have in our club. In our club, we have a lot of talent, especially 2000 coming up. We have also some 99 and 98. They will we ought to be there. Of course, we have to open up to other seats and trying to get the best with the possible. So we already been talking to Ferdi, and we're gonna try to have some tryout in Florida, and we're gonna have some tryout also in Jersey and New York. So by December, we should have, I'm not saying 100%, but I would say about 90% the team already. And then we're going to start focus to get the team together and do some tryout and get there more prepared possible. So I think, I
think it's an interesting question because where's the talent? How do we get the talent together, and how do we bring it? it is definitely a tough task, and I know I've been in Viareggio. I did coach. I helped out, especially when I was living in Italy, when some of the American teams, especially from Boston, would come. Then I see the struggle in the selection of the players or their fitness level. That was the because as we go to this tournament, all the other teams are in the middle of their season. They're in the hype of their season, and with us, because of the winter months, we start getting our shape back. So that's one thing that we really have to be cautious about. It's going to be very challenging, and like Joe said, the process to bring a team to Viareggio, it's not going to happen a month before. It's going to start tomorrow, and we're already contacting people that we know and see if they're interested. There's going to be some obviously some conflicts for some college players or some players that play in the academies that obviously that would be beneficial to bring, but I think we have a core of players at FI Euro, and we really have to focus on the key position that we're going to need in order to compete at the highest level. But I think that we have time, and again, it's going to take 5, 6, 7 months to prepare. It's not just going to be an improvisation, or it's not going to be, hopefully it's not going to be based on people's resources that they have. So we would like to really represent this team in the best way possible.
You have any question?
Yes, I do. Guys, we're here tonight only for one person. He does a lot of work, and nobody said anything about him tonight. Marco, thank you. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Marco did everything. He did a banner, he did everything. Email, calling me freaking 20 times a day now. But Marco, thank you very much. Without you, we'll be out. Fast, because the bartender wants to work, okay?
No, I just want to thank everyone for being here as well. Yeah, like my partner said, I have to wear sunglasses because I just did surgery. So it's really hard to see right now. So with the flashes especially, I can't see anything. One thing, Isa, I wanted to mention, we forgot to mention, we want to push the media side of things. So I'm happy to announce, and he can announce it as well, we're planning on making a movie about football, about soccer, and we're going to be using a lot of FA Euro as a base. So this announcement, it's in pre-production, so we're going to start working on it soon. But this is something that we want to talk about because it's a story that everybody should know about. So it's gonna come out soon, and over the next couple of years we're gonna start working on it, and that's something that we're really excited about, and that's a passion project of mine. I don't have to say anything else because everyone talked. So thank you out for coming, and that's it. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, any other questions? I think that is going to... Okay, here's a question. You're more than welcome to come up here, buddy. Here we go. Okay. There we go. The first brave soul. All right, here you go. Here.
Okay. At what age can I start playing? No. At what age can I try out PlayStation?
How good you are? You good? So you can start now. Right?
I like the fact that you wrote your notes on your phone. Before we used to write on a piece of paper, but technology. But I think you have the character, honestly, to be good. So be ready. All right? Yeah.
I think we got one more question, one from our media guy, Mike Slavin.
Just one question. I wish you guys the best of luck at Viareggio. You guys play a lot together. This Super Y team, 2000s, they're not just a team, they're a family. You mentioned at LIAC that you guys are excited for this club to come play because they have experience playing together. What do you want out of this club? How excited are you that you have a team that's not just a team, it's a family? You have guys that know each other really well. You watch the way they interact throughout the night, and you know that they're really close. So how excited are you guys that you're here for them and they're here? And how excited are you for them to be able to participate in this tournament?
Well, I can say something. When I saw this club, I think it's about 6 years already. Time fly anyway. It was only one thing. It was what I was looking for, and I asked my coach and I asked my player. Every time you come to the training and every time you're leaving, you have to respect and shake the hands to the coaches and show them the respect. So the reason why I do this because I want the players to know that we're there for them and to not have this what I can say, to be cold, to and shy, to have this conversation or this relationship with the coaches or staff of the club. So every time I go to the field till now, I see and I really respect it. Coaches, they stop the training and sending the kids, the teenagers, whatever they are, to me or to Ferdi or to any other staff member to come and say hi and shake the hands. So for me it means a lot. It means because that's where it become family and respect. I believe that to make a great team is going to be a trust. It's going to be a lot of respect of each other, coaching and players, and the players have to know that we're there for them. And not just training for 1 hour and a half and then thank you and goodbye, because that is not building teams, but you just do for business. We're not here to we're not here for business. We're here to developing players. We're here to developing respect. And with Ferdinando, that's the reason why we've been working together because we believe and we have the same idea, is to find talent and try to open doors to these guys, because many of you guys deserve it to be there and showcase and try to for your dream to come true. So that's why that is what the club is about. Okay, respect. That's the main thing for everybody.
I think that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, everyone watching at home, thank you very much for tuning into the I-95 Sports Network. And really, guys here, thank you all for coming tonight. All the staff, please stick around. We've got to take a couple of photos. Some of the PDL players got to stick around as well. For Long Island Magazine and also I-95 and Mike Slavitt that will be conducting interviews in the next few moments, so watch out for them. But overall, again, give another big round of applause to our podium here, to our talent, to all the coaches, to all the sponsors. Thank you all very much for attending this evening, and we will see you all again sometime soon. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen.